If you want to know untold facts about Islam, keep watching our channel.
Assalamu alaikum. I have many times met people who said that Islam does not have a clear-cut law of salvation. But no, what they were expressing, what they were saying is what the Muslim population generally, thinks. In Islam, there's a very clear-cut law of salvation. Islam says the one who forgives will find forgiveness, the one who does fazal will find fazal, the one who does ihsan will find ihsan, the one who does rahim will find rahim. You'll say, from where am I saying this? It comes in the Quran, for example, in Surah Nur, Surah 24, Ayat 22. Forgive and overlook. Don't you want Allah to forgive you? Indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. So if Allah is forgiving, you must also be forgiving. If Allah is merciful, you must also be merciful. If the boss is forgiving, you must also be forgiving. But the first part of the sentence is the law of salvation. Forgive and overlook. Don't you want Allah to forgive you? So basically Allah is saying, if you want me to forgive you, if you want my forgiveness, then you should forgive. So basically what it means is, if you forgive, you will find forgiveness. In Surah 11 verse 3, Allah says that He will do fazl, grace, fazl, bless. Allah will do fazl on everyone who does fazl on others. So what is the parallel? You forgive, find forgiveness. You do fazl, you find fazl. In Surah Rahman it comes, what is the reward for ihsan except ihsan? So if you do ihsan on others, you find ihsan. What is ihsan? In Surah 3 verse 134, Surah Imran verse 134, Allah says, those who spend even when their hand is open or closed, whether they are in ease or in difficulty, swallow their anger and forgive. Indeed, Allah loves those who do ihsan. So Allah says in Surah Rahman, the law of salvation, if you do ihsan, you'll find ihsan from Allah. You forgive, you find forgiveness. You do fazl, you find fazl. You do ihsan, you find ihsan. It further comes in hadith. The same logic comes in the hadith about salvation. Allah will do rahim on those who do rahim. Ar-Rahman will do rahim on those who do rahim. You do rahim on those on the earth, and the one in the sky will do rahim on you. So what is the logic? If you do rahim, you find rahim. See, what's the parallel that's being drawn? You forgive, you find forgiveness. You do fazl, you find fazl. You do ihsan, you find ihsan. You do rahim, you find rahim. And then further, I can go on, several hadiths I can keep narrating. Those who tolerate others, Allah will tolerate them, for example. Then there's one hadith which speaks in the opposite style of, these verses and these hadiths. It says, those who do not do rahim will not find rahim. Those who do not do rahim will not find rahim. How clear is the law of salvation? I was shocked, I met a Christian brother once and he said that in Islam, there's no clear-cut law of salvation. I was like, no. What he was saying is what he had received or heard or had discussions with Muslims. Because generally Muslims, we are, thinking maybe Allah will accept some sajda, maybe Allah will accept some fasting. This is not how you can live your life. The question of afterlife, the hereafter, after the day of judgment, is a very serious question. And Islam does not leave you hanging on flukes. Fluke. Maybe, some sajda will be accepted. You cannot live your life on these flukes. Quran and the Sunnah gives us shows us a clear-cut path, gives us a clear-cut rule, a law of salvation. So basically what the law of salvation is saying is, the way you treat others is the way you will be treated by Allah on the day of judgment. We will reach with mountains of sins, mistakes. Even our prayer, salah is not perfect. It's full of faults. We'll reach with mistakes. What we need is forgiveness from Allah. That's what I and you need. And the law of salvation says, forgive if you want forgiveness. I hope this law of salvation was clear and you will stop living your life in hoping for some flukes that Allah may accept.